What's up, guys? We're at day number 17. This is our third time through strength and mobility. We've got 3 circuits. Each circuit has 4 exercises. We repeat each circuit twice. We'll have a minute break between the 3 circuits. We start right into the good stuff. Things are going to be a little bit harder this week than last week. We're going to start with elbow push-up plus split squats, which is new, and then a cat-cow. So let's come on down to a plank position. So elbows directly below the shoulders, and we're gonna stay in a plank position, and from here, we're just doing push-ups with the shoulder blades. So keep everything still except the shoulder blades, which are gonna come together and apart. Let's go ahead and get into it. We got 40 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Keep the body nice and straight, and the shoulders are doing the movement. Focus on getting as high off the ground as you can. That's where the work is. Called shoulder protraction. That's what we're working on. These are definitely harder than they look. You get some core with it too. We just got 10 seconds left. Hold on tight, almost there. All right, we're jumping right up into a standing position with a split squat. So we're gonna take a big lunging position, and then the front leg, we're trying to move the knee as far past the front toe as you can while keeping the back leg as straight as possible. So go as low as you can with the goal of eventually having the bum touch the heel. Chest nice and high. We're gonna move slow on the way down and descend with control and pull yourself into it. Try to keep the heel as flat to the floor as you can. A little bit of lift is okay, but really focus on getting this big stretch in the back leg and the front knee going as far past that front toe as you can handle. Up and down we go. These are awesome for improving mobility in the squat. Keep it moving. One way you can make these easier if this is too tough is elevate your front foot on a step of some sort. If you have a chair or a staircase nearby, just elevate that front foot. Almost there, last one. Ooh, it's a little toasty. Exact same thing on the other side. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, and we'll do a quick recovery with a cat and cow, and we'll go back to the beginning. So right foot forward this time. Trying to get the back of the legs to close entirely. Here we go. Down nice and slow, pull yourself into it, and up we go. Focus on the knee going forward, trying to pass the toe, and getting the knee as closed as you can, keeping this back leg nice and straight, like you're doing the splits. This particular movement we use a lot in our programming with barbells and dumbbells and kettlebells loaded as a great way to get some single leg strength while working on mobility. All right, good stuff. So we're just gonna go back down to hands and knees for a quick recovery with a cat and cow. So hands and knees, and we're just gonna round the back, tuck the chin, arch the back and look up. And we'll go through for round number 2. So here we go, 2, 1, and let's start. Round the back, tuck the chin, arch and look up. So just a quick rest before we jump back in. So many of these mobility movements, you can, once you get good at them, start adding weight to them to get more of that strength part of the mobility training. It carries over nicely to any sport or strength training. It's a great way to build muscle and mobility at the same time. Almost there. All right, so we're jumping right back in to that elbow push-up plus. So we're gonna be in the plank position, trying to only move the shoulder blades. Everything else stays nice and tight. Moving the body like a moving plank and working on shoulder protraction, which is the shoulder blades separating away from each other. You'll feel this in the armpit and side of the rib area. Here we go. Up. Try to keep the head neutral so you're not tucking the chin, and try not to lift the bum in the air. We want to keep the bum low for all of these. go, guys. Almost there. Just 10 seconds left. A couple more reps. Got it. Hold on tight. Fight to the bitter end. All right, there we go. So back to our split squats. So let's start with the left leg forward, right leg back. Keep that back leg as straight as you can. Front knee is traveling as far past the toe as you can. It's okay if the heel lifts a little bit, but try to keep it down. You'll notice you have a little bit better range of motion on this round than you did the last. So here we go. Far forward and up. Keep that back leg nice and straight. Close that front leg. Keep the front heel as close to the ground as you can. A little bit of lift is okay, not too much. So far, so good. Almost there. Keep that back leg straight. Like you're doing the splits, you'll feel a big stretch in the back hip, and the front leg is working. All right, that's time. Same thing other side, so right leg's gonna be forward, then we've got a quick cat-cow, and we'll be back for the next round here. Let's get ready. 10 seconds, right leg forward. Back leg nice and straight. Try to get that front knee as far past the toe as you can. Here we go. Halfway. Go guys, keep that back leg nice and straight. Feel that big stretch in the hip flexor. Try to get that knee past the toe. Front leg's working. Nice and controlled. Let's get it. One more here. All right, that's time. We got a quick cat and cow as a quick recovery before we go into our next superset. We'll have a minute break after this, and then we go into the next superset, which includes deep squat and rotation, scorpion kick. Those are fun, and some hip openers. So here we go, cat and cow, rounding, exhaling, inhaling and looking up. All right, we got a quick 1 minute break. Our next grouping is deep squat rotations and then scorpion kicks on either side. So for our deep squat rotations, if holding the deep squat position is still a challenge for you, let's just make this a static deep squat hold. If you're able to hold the deep squat now with some amount of ease, then we can start our rotation. So we're gonna start in this position, turn the body to one side and reach one arm up, and then alternate, reaching side to side. Scorpion kicks, we start in a push-up position. That's gonna be our second exercise. We're gonna start in a push-up position, and we're bringing one leg between the arms, kick the leg up to the sky, and reach across the body. So we'll do the entire set on one side and then switch. But we're starting with those deep squat rotations. So we're gonna come into a deep squat position. Again, if you can't hold this yet, here we go. And then let's rotate one arm up to the sky. So if you have troubles holding it, just hold the bottom. That's gonna be strength work enough for you. Otherwise, we're working on squatting and rotating with the arm up to the sky. Using the arm on the inside of the knee as leverage, and the other arms are reaching up to the sky. So we're getting some spine rotation while working on the deep squat at the same time. Okay, that's time. So we're gonna start by moving the left leg. So we've got push-up position, scorpion kicks, we'll bring the left knee between the arms, then kick up and across, stretching that left hip. And then just back and forth for reps on the left side, getting that left hip open. So let's go ahead and get ready. Left leg is gonna move only. Kick up and across and open. You might find just even kicking up like this will be enough work for you, and that's totally fine, but we're just gonna try to kick up and open across the body. So we're stretching the front of the hip, working the shoulders, working the glute, just getting some more dynamic movement through the entire body. Awesome. So we're doing the exact same thing, but with the right leg moving next. So taking the right leg up and across the body, stretching that right hip. Then we'll have some no hand hip openers. So here we go, push-up position. Let's get it. So right leg is moving up and across, twist the spine, and open. Think about kicking the knee up to the ceiling as well, so you feel the glute working, as well as rotating the spine. 15 seconds. All right, and let's have a seat on the bum. Hips out to 90 degrees. We're gonna do some hip openers with no hands. So hands off the ground, and we're moving the hips side to side, staying as upright as you can. If you do find yourself crawling forward, the best thing you can do is push the hip back where it came. So let's begin. Chest nice and high, and side to side we go. Try to keep the hands off the floor. So we're doing these with no hands, getting the hips working. Back to the beginning with those deep squat rotations, working on some T-spine, as well as getting the hips working. Almost there. All right, there we go. So right back to the beginning, we've got the deep squat and rotation to kick things off. So we'll be in that deep squat position, one arm up at a time. And if the deep squat is enough, is a challenge, let's just hold on to that. So let's get ready. Deep squat we go, and we're rotating up and open. Use the arm as leverage on the other leg to get the biggest rotation that you can get. Reach to the sky. Halfway. Almost there. Just 10 seconds. All right, that's time. Okay, we got scorpion kicks. The left leg's gonna move this time. So down into our push-up position. Left leg is kicking up and over, opening up that hip. These are tricky. You're gonna find shoulders get a nice little work here, as well as some twisting through the spine. Let's go ahead and get ready. Left leg is gonna move. Let's go. Up and across. Pull that knee up to the ceiling and across the body. So we're getting the hip opening and the glute is working. Keep the arms as straight as you can. Almost there. All right. Right side now. Then we go back to some hip openers. Got a quick break before we go to our last one. 10 seconds. All right, let's get ready. So we'll be in the push-up position. Right leg is moving this time. Open up as much as you can. Let's go. Get that knee up to the ceiling. We got this, guys. Just 15 seconds remaining. Open up the hip. Push on through. I know the shoulders are probably burning a little bit here, but we got it. Right to the bitter end. All right, that's time. Okay, let's have a seat. Got the hip openers, so hips open to 90, knees bent to 90, hands off the floor. We're doing hip openers side to side. Okay, we're using the hips, the abs, all the good stuff. All right, let's get ready. 3, 2, 1, and let's get it side to side. Nice and upright with the chest. Try not to let the bum crawl forward. So as you put the bum down, push it back so it lands where it started from. Stay nice and upright with the torso. Try to move the torso as little as you can. So just the hips are doing the motion. Halfway. Little break after this. And then we've got our last movements here. Cossack squats, like every strength day has. Almost there. That's time. All right. So our last movements, we've got Cossack squats. So for this time, we're not going to go all one side. We're going to be transferring side to side. The first round, we're going to be going high. So we're coming out of the Cossack back to a full standing position. So a good starting point is to bring the feet as wide as the wrists in the wingspan. So the first time we do it in the superset, we're going to be going down and coming up back to standing. And the second time around that we do it, we're going to stay low. So we're going to come down and go low side to side. We're also going to do some kneeling back bending. So for that, we want to keep the glutes squeezed and the hips forward. We'll get to it shortly. Got just a couple more seconds before we start. So round one, we're coming up to standing in the middle, going side to side. Then we got kneeling back bends, and then we'll do low transfers again, or Cossacks again, but low transfer. So here we go, down to one side, keep the legs straight, torso faces forward, and we're just gonna alternate sides. Try to keep the feet on the ground flat if you can. It's okay when you go down to one side to lift the toe if you need, but try to keep it flat. As we go side to side here, keep the hips and torso squared nice and forward. Past the halfway point, feeling the hips working, the adductors or the inner thighs stretching, and then the bum is working a bit as we go down. So we're almost there. A couple more reps here. Okay, quick break. We're gonna come to a kneeling position, so tall kneeling. And our goal is to keep the hips over top of the knee and bend backward from the upper back. So we're gonna squeeze the bum, deep breath in, and lean back as far as you can without sinking the hips back. So keep the hips forward. Here we go. Breathe in and lean back. And back up to straight. Keep the bum squeezed so the bend is coming from the upper back. They're definitely harder than they look. All right, back to the Cossacks. This time, we're gonna stay low and go side to side from a low Cossack position. Keep the torso low, like you're sliding directly across side to side. We'll finish with some kneeling twist. So let's go ahead and get ready. We're gonna go down to one side, stay low, and transfer through the center. Try not to lift as you go side to side. So pull the knees apart, stay low. Feel the outsides of the hip working. Keep the torso as upright as you can. Stay low, halfway. A lot of Cossacks today. 4 sets total. Good stuff. Nice and low. All right, so let's come on down to kneeling for a quick rest. We're gonna sit the bum down onto the heels, bring the elbows to the floor, hands by the head, and we're just gonna rotate one elbow up to the sky at a time for a quick recovery twist. So let's get into it. Here we go. Try to keep the bum on the heels and rotate and open, stretching the spine for a quick recovery. Then we go back for round 2 and then we're out of here. Okay, so back to the beginning. We've got our Cossack squats coming high back to the center. So legs nice and wide. Good starting point is to have the ankles as wide as a wingspan. Come up to standing in between for each one. Let's get ready. 2, 1. Here we go. Keep the hips and chest facing forward. Up and down we go. That's it, guys. Big leg workout today. Might be a little tender tomorrow. You got it though. Almost there. 10 more seconds. Hold on to it. Let's go. All right. That's time. We got those kneeling back bends. So kneeling position. We're gonna reach up and back. Try to keep the hips pressed forward. So squeeze the bum muscles so you're not leaning the hips back. You wanna bend from the upper back mostly. Feel the abs working. Here we go. Deep breath in. Lean back. That's a tricky one. Those are tough. All right, we got low Cossack squats. So this time, wide stance. We're gonna stay low through the center as we go side to side. Stay as low as you can. Try not to lift. Use the hips to pull the knees apart as you go through the center. Really feel them working. Let's go ahead and get ready. So down we go. Stay low as you go across. Stay nice and low. Chest nice and high. Try not to drop the chest as you go through the center. Nice and low. Feel the hip muscles working. We're almost there. It's tough, tough, tough. Down to the last bit. 15 seconds. Got this, guys. Hard part's almost over. All right, and we get to finish with some T-spine rotation. Have a seat with the bum down on the heels, hands on the head, and we're rotating. It's our last movement of the day, so we'll make it count. And we're all done. Day 17 in the books. Let's get ready, and let's rotate. Open, elbow up to the ceiling. and switch. Use the bottom arm as leverage to get as much twist as you can. Last little bit here. All right. Fantastic work today, everybody. Day 17 is done. See y'all tomorrow.